Hello again, welcome back for another daily Binding of Isaac Repentance. It is February 12th, 2025. It's another update, you just noticed there. I was actually going through and seeing the update stuff, and let's see. Does this show up here? Current streak 10, yep. So they got like streaks with, best streak is 0. That must be glitched. Or maybe it doesn't apply with that. 10 streak already with the daily? Okay. You see, that's what I like. You know, I like to know what my streaks are for dailies. That's like a nice thing. That's what I would like to know. And also, I seen that every Tuesday, and also special dailies too, they're going to be having tainted characters for the dailies. I've been asking for it for years, you know. Off and on I talk about it. It's like, you know, I wonder why they don't have tainted characters for dailies. And I just kind of theorize different things with it. It's like, maybe it's because of this or that or whatever. And here we are. Tuesdays, which of course is today, is Wednesday, so obviously not going to be today. I'm curious if the curated runs are going to have the tainted version of the characters doing those now, for now on, or if it's going to be like a tainted character here and there for curated dailies. Which Valentine's Day is coming up in like 2 days, so I wonder if we're going to get like a tainted Maggie run or something, since she drops hearts and it'd be relevant to, I don't know, that special day, you know, lovey-dovey day. We'll see. I'm curious on Tuesday, though. I'm very curious. Very curious indeed. I saw some other update stuff, too, which, you know, there were some nerfs, can be understandable. Oh, my fucking word. I got some bad shit out of that. And then they reworked Soul of... what's that? Not Soul of Apollyon. Soul of Volcano. So instead of being like random flies and like spiders, it's like Apollyon flies for the room. Which actually sounds nicer, honestly. Like, as much as those can carry on for like other rooms or something if they survive. Like, I feel like that's going to be better in a way. Especially if you're struggling with damage or something. Having those extra flies for a boss room from that Volcano ruin sounds pretty nice. And I've seen too that the what do you call it? The Mars item is like even better now. Less of a charge weight rate, but it gives you a shield, which is really nice, like at the end. And then also when you run into rocks, they destroy them. Little fissure effect. And I think you might be able to get into like probably secret rooms with that. I would think if you touch a wall with it. I'm not sure. I never tested it. I'm just assuming. And then like what else? There was like another thing. Oh yeah, you can exploit it, at least for now. I'm imagining the exploit's gonna go away very soon. They're gonna find some kind of a way to be like, nope, we're not gonna let you just milk machines, beggars, and stuff like that. Cause I guess I'll just take this. Quarter, huh? You sure? Let's take it. And just take that just to milk it. Extra damage and range, all right. We just gotta be very careful here, though, of course, because we're down to a soul heart. So yeah, it's some interesting choices, and they also did nerf like the Eden Blessing thing. I didn't even know you can have a max of 10 items before with it. 10 Eden Blessings, you can start out with 10 items. Now it's down to 2. So, I mean, I guess there are ways to exploit the game to get like that many, but like, or if you're playing Tainted Eden and you just find the recipe for that, you can do it too. I can kind of understand that. And then also like the reworked Mega Bean or whatever it was from 4 to 6 charges. Yeah, I could definitely see that needing a nerf a little bit with the charges, because it's a very powerful item now where you can just do like a Mega Maw effect in an entire room. So I can understand that for sure. It's a significant item now. They had like like little things like the portal. You can that's another tears down. Like no, you have like little things like the portal item can tell you which room you use it on, which is really darn nice. Okay, we're gonna take this. Like, I like this void. Don't get me wrong, but having faster can. Okay, I fucked up. I just realized what I did. Never mind. I'm more like I won't take it. I was just going on a spending spree and I was not paying attention to what I was doing. Whatever. I guess it's meant to be, right? Get some extra stats. All right, we'll go down the next floor. And they had like little things, reworks and stuff. And they have like an input lag thing for the multiplayer stuff. But then I was seeing somewhere where it's like, but then if you decrease it all the way down, the input lag, and the regular lag in the game is like shit, it makes it a lot worse. So, I don't know how raising it would make things better if there's bad lag. I mean, I guess I'm gonna just have to experiment with that and just see how that works. And they also reworked some more flies for Tainted Apollyon suckage, item. Like, Tainted Apollyon is just becoming more and more kick-ass, right? Like, what I was doing, I mean, I actually, I was doing the 2 files. This one and the last file to get the marks for Tainted Apollyon. That's before they first started doing the reworks, so it's going to be much easier for people to just get some kick-ass stuff. Like, I seen one where it's like you get the eraser sucked up and get the fly out of it, and then you have a chance with the fly to like completely depopulate the certain enemy that hits it, and you can still keep the fly throughout the floors and everything else. It doesn't just disappear like the eraser does. So like, that's another level of fucking crazy. Reminds me of like Tainted, not Tainted, but Bethany, where it's like you get the eraser, in your inventory, and you can use as many times as you want if you got like a bunch of soul hearts to pick up and use. That's freaking nuts. That's freaking broken. And they had like different things, like if you suck up the knife, then it's like it turns into a knife at the end or whatever like that. Mom's knife, the flies would, or brimstone. I'm telling you, like, that character, it's so much better than what it was, because, I mean, it wasn't a difficult character to begin with to, like, complete stuff, and use the flies. But having the flies have their own unique effects and strengths and weaknesses and everything, like, it makes it, like, more enjoyable. Makes it probably a lot easier. We probably took advantage of that a little bit, huh? Yeah, so it's... And they're fixing, like, bugs, crashes, and stuff like that, of course. So I'm curious on playing on the multiplayer later tonight here. To see, like, what kinds of cray they're going on. I imagine there's still going to be lag and everything, but... Then also, like, the tarot card thing or whatever it's called, the one that gives you options to teleport to places, they got a green portal now for, like, shops. So that's cool. If there's no more item rooms, well, I guess if there are no more item rooms, then there won't be shops either unless you got like a certain trinket for a later floor. But it's nice, nonetheless. Decided to go to the shop instead of like an item room, let's say. Or you want to go to the item room later instead of then? I don't know. There's got to be some advantages, right? Priorities. Oh, yeah, and then the beggar stuff. That's right. So, like, the key beggar, the bomb beggar. And I think, I don't know about that item. That's a little much. Do you think, game? What you think? At first I thought there was no shop. I was like, what the hell happened to it? No, there's a shop. Yeah, bombing the beggars. See, that's the thing. Like, I could have sworn, because pre-repentance, right? You could bomb the other beggars and then you get a chance. I think something happened in repentance to where, like, either they took it out or it was bugged the whole time to where you don't get those extra chances. And now you can. I don't think bombing, well, I don't know if bombing the demon beggar gives you chances anymore or not. I don't think it does. Still. I mean, they definitely just give you guaranteed spiders for it. When you bomb it, it used to be just getting random stuff out of them. I don't know. Well, anyways, here we are. Playing regular Apollyon. Oh, shit. Did I pop a bad pill? Okay, we gotta, like... I must have. Like, what else has caused this? I don't recall popping a bad pill. Okay, tears down. Not a great thing, but we got to damage up. Oh, speed down too, I guess. All right, well, we can just go in here and check out some cool stuff, right? All right. We are cooking here. Kinda. Say kinda, but just kinda. Red hearts are nice to a point, you know. Permanent HPs. Hips. Hips. Okay, well. And it's this guy here, the boy. I'm struggling right now because the tears rates disappeared. All right, wow. Gone forever. Gone for good. Good riddance. All right, wow. We'll just check in here. Maggie's bow is pretty cool. Extra hearts is not a terrible thing. And I think that gives us guaranteed good pills now. I think, right? Maggie's bow? I'm pretty sure it does. And then some other... I mean, I know Luckfoot would also give you the same effect, as well as, like, good PhD and... There's another one. It was a type of, like, horoscope item. Gives you something like that too. So there's quite a few items in the game that does something like that. I need to check something here, making sure I'm recording. And the microphone's working, yeah, okay. We're fine, all right. I'm still tired, by the way. Like, I had sleep deprivation for like 2 days. I did get a good night's sleep last night, and then I slept after. Like, I got up like super early in the morning for some reason, right? I'm like, what the hell? I technically got about 8 hours, but I was doing some things or whatever, made coffee and whatever. I might actually make some more tonight just for shits. I do enjoy my coffee. But anyways, as I was saying, so I did some things and then like I went back to sleep because I was tired. So I slept an extra few hours. And so, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Sleep deprived and you're tired again. So I think I'm not out of the clear yet. Truth be told, man. Been shoveling snow, by the way. Now, I was talking to someone last week, right? They're like, yeah, we've been having an unusually dry winter so far, you know? And she's like, oh yeah, I just wish the weather just stays the way things are. Like, you know, February is supposed to be like cold and snowy and all this other stuff. I said, I understand that, but I like, you know, I like it to where it's like, I wonder how that works. Oh no, I guess it will give me a soul heart and then convert one of the soul hearts into a red heart. Oh, wait a minute. Snap. I think we just found a fucking synergy here. If that's how this is going to work, I think that's how it works that way. I'm very curious now. We'll get profits of soul hearts and red hearts at the same time. Oh, we're actually, well, we're getting the red heart back, right? Well, no, we're going to have soul hearts on hand to convert it, right? But how the fuck does that work? I think maybe if it gives us a soul heart, then it will turn into a red heart at the same time. Okay, no. It'll probably give us the soul heart first. If you have, yeah, if you don't have a red heart. But if you have a red heart, a soul heart already. Okay, that's interesting. So, if we keep at least one soul heart, it'll convert one into a red heart. And then gives us, like, essentially... Yeah, it gets us a red heart back, and then gives us 3 soul hearts to take away the red heart. So it just kind of, like, balanced itself out, you know? But anyways, yeah, so I was talking to her about the weather and stuff, and it's like, talking about all that, it's like, yeah. But I prefer just, you know, things dry and stuff. And then of course, I mean, I was hearing for a while about, okay, it does work like that. Infinite money glitch. So anyways, as I was saying, I heard some inkling like last week or so, maybe it might be further than that ago. I heard about it in the forecast, but like, oh yeah, there's gonna be some snow coming. Da, da, da. Of course, it's like a week out or so, right? So it's like, you don't really take those seriously exactly. I mean, I guess hurricanes you can, but when it comes to other kind of weather phenomenon like that, it's like, well, maybe floods is probably accurate too. But like, when it comes to like tornadoes, snow and all that stuff, it's very inaccurate when it comes to like a week or two out, right? A few days, it could be even like out of the realm for like accuracy. But the closer you are to the day of the storm that comes, like the more accurate it is, of course. And so I didn't take much seriousness with it, right? I mean, maybe a little bit, but like not a lot because, you know, because of that fact. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, like a couple days ago, it was like, I found out like, there's a shit ton of snow coming all of a sudden, right? It was in the news. And yeah, it was just like, shit ton of snow, huh? And then, of course, as you get closer, you get a little bit more, much more of an accurate feeling of what's going to happen. And so the night before, last night, it was like, talk about, oh yeah, all these businesses are closing down tomorrow because of it being preparation for the storm coming and stuff like that. You know, shit goes down when like businesses are deciding to close things early the night before, or like an announcement the night before of closures for like, you know, either cold weather or like, you know, a bunch of blizzard conditions or something, a bunch of heavy snow. And sure enough, there was a bunch of snow today, and I have to go out there and shovel it one more time because, yeah, maybe one more time because it's it kept piling up. Of course, it's not like last year where it was like severe snow drifts and it was just, you know, an ungodly amount of snow. We might not make it a boss rush, by the way. I have been way too slow here. Unless we get like an Emperor card, a whole ass here. Otherwise, I don't see it happening. I might just take this for the boss fight here, just to speed things up, huh? Just to feel something. Look at this, by the way. We got just an incredible amount of soul hearts, and we're keeping our red hearts. Like, that is such a synergy. I have never suspected to get a synergy like that. Like, I never thought of it that way, you know? That's fucking incredible. Shit. I mean, we can afford to get hit, but, like, I don't want to get hit. Sure. I might as well suck up the jar of flies, huh? Take this for the boss fight. I mean, at some point we'll be getting some flies out of this jar anyways. So, like, when we pop it, we're going to have a bunch of flies come out, so... It's just an additional benefit. It's not there. Real. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be. Would it? It looks like as if it would have been there. Thank you, Host Hat, for deflecting those shots, my dude. Yeah, we might not make it to boss rush, but you know what? Whatever, I guess. Unless we get, like, the Mega Bean item. Or Mama Mega. Something. Another. Wishful thinking. Oh, that's another thing that remind me of. So, the patch update talked about bombing the machines kind of thing. And it doesn't double reroll anymore, which is, like, actually phenomenal. Used to be where it's like, it would, when I do that, I like pause the game to see what it is before it rerolls the second time. Because if you pause it, that first reroll, before it goes in the second reroll, and you quit the game and go back in, then it's like you get to keep that item. So in one way, it's like that kind of sucks because it's like you can't really use that exploit anymore. On the other hand, it's like you don't have to like worry about double re-rolling over anything in general. But then you're just not going to have that extra re-roll opportunity for yourself, I guess. Gosh darn it. I mean, I'm kind of, in between with it, but I'm kind of leaning towards a little bit more towards that's a good thing over like my exploit. It's gone. I learned that exploit like months ago. Didn't know about it until like recently. Miter's pretty good. The Midas touch. Item? Nope. Got a whole bunch of little hodgepodge updates and stuff, right? Fixes and whatever, too. I'm for it, man. I'm very curious of the input delay stuff, because I imagine everybody be like cranking all the way down to try to fix like the input delay stuff, and then it's like everybody's like lag is like much worse because one of them is like having really bad issues. I don't know how you fix something like that, but it needs to be fixed. I don't know if today's patch is supposed to fix some of that issue, but we'll see. I'll be the judge of that. Thank you very much. I'll be the first to judge it. I don't know how the hell that would actually interact with the because I would think input lag would imply your controller to computer response time, right? Let's see something here. Does this thing even have... Okay, maybe it's just a multiplayer thing. Like, that's what I think what input... That's what usually input lag means, right? It's like... It's a signal response between you touching a button on your controller and then what the console or computer that's receiving it, responds to, right? So it's like... You can get controllers out there that have like a faster and faster response time, right? In milliseconds we're talking about. Not seconds, because like that's gonna be a super delay. Except for like fucking Elden Ring. There's I mean I could probably learn the mechanic of the slow like response time rate. I think that was intentional anyways. I'm pretty sure that's intentional for that. To build it that way, but the input lag, I like things just instant and just almost instant. You know, as close to instant as I can. You can buy like Xbox Elite controllers and they have like mechanisms, which to be fair, you can actually get mechanisms installed on regular controllers anyways to essentially like hit the button faster, right? Like these little tab attachments you can put on your controllers and they'll act just like as if just like, you know, $120 controller from like Microsoft. Except they have like another button where it's like a turbo button where it's like it'll affect the other buttons too, and like key bindings, weird things like that. That's for the hardcore players, Sonny. Or competitive players, especially like for COD or something. If anyone's playing CODs these days, or I mean, I imagine there are, but not as many. Not me, man. Not me, man. Goodbye. Oh, and hello. How are you? So the damn thing did work this time. That's interesting. So if you don't have a soul heart, but you have soul heart, I mean, if you don't have a red heart, but you have a soul heart, and you use that, then it'll instantly convert that one red heart into 2 soul hearts, or 2 or 3 soul hearts. Is that right? Did it give us 2 soul hearts or 3 soul hearts? It's like a chicken. What came first, the chicken or the egg, huh? It's still a powerful synergy. I never thought about doing something like this. Probably because you don't play this character so much. Yeah, probably. I'm not taking that because that could be like Plan C or something weird. There we go. It's basically like a Book of Revelations, but better. Less charges, and doesn't like screw with me with my boss room fights and items. To give me, oh yeah, here's a cube of meat or Bandage Girl. Well, not so much Bandage Girl, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, everybody calm down. Everybody freeze, and then calm down. So many freaking soul hearts we got. Now I think, nope, it does not work like that. Okay. We have to get a red heart in order to get the profit out of that. To get a red heart back or whatever, right? It'll keep giving us the one red heart back every time. But we can't essentially get our red hearts back anymore because of the Guppy's Paw thing. But we can keep generating soul hearts, so that's pretty cool. A rare poop enemy. Look at that. It's a shiny poops. By the way, I seen that somebody had yesterday a pack of Pokemon cards from McDonald's. There's only 4 cards in the sucker, right? 4 cards, I think it was, for like $6. I told him, man, that's not even $1 a card. You know, that's a swindle. Trixie's maze. I didn't obviously open it. I told him like, oh, hold on to it, you know, because you know that could raise the value of those things. Unopened, believe me, because like I seen something on YouTube about like one of the first edition like Pokemon cards that was like in a box form. It was like $250 fucking $1,000. And that's because, like, scarcity and them having high value cards too, to where it's like, it makes sense. I don't know how you determine the value pack of those packs like that over time. Like, maybe it's like a little, like, mechanism of that value increase, right? Like, for example, first edition packs can have like a Blastoise or a Charizard, and I think a Charizard, depending on what kind of Charizard you get, like a first edition Charizard or something, it could be like probably tens of thousands or more dollars. And I think maybe based on like the value of the high-end cards over time, that the packs would go up too, and then the packs somehow like would increase exponentially more than the cars themselves in some ways, or box forms. I don't know. But I remember getting some of these card packs when I was a kid, like the Team Rocket editions and stuff like that. Like, and then finding out it's like worth like fucking shit ton of money. Yeah, like back as a kid, you know, there was no way in hell I would have like suspected the slightest bit. Like, if I had any inkling that that was going to be worth like thousands of dollars unopened, those packs, you know, I probably would have saved some or something, right? Like, I would have not given up those damn cards. What's the point of opening up those cards where I could get like thousands of other kind of cards or something? Had I known that like I would not have played Pokemon anymore in the future, like the card game stuff, I'm gonna take this because that's money generator, then I would have definitely like, I went along with doing that. Maybe. I say maybe because I also had impulse control issues as a kid with, like, you know, opening up a PS2 that my mom got. It was supposed to be given to somebody else, not for us. My first DVD player in the year 2000. Or our first, whatever. Wowzers. And that's saying something, the year 2000, right? Like, having a DVD player, holy shit. An entertainment system like that? Now it's like, DVD player. You know, you tell, like, you know, Gen Z or Gen Alpha generation today, right? It's like, oh yeah, I had a PS2 player. Like the newer Gen Z, of course. Not the oldest ones, because, like, they would understand. The newer ones are just like, oh, what's so special about the DVD player anymore, you know? They've been around a while for me. Been around longer than my lifespan. Oh, you took my shit, motherfucker. Then I think it was like PS3, they had like introduction to Blu-ray or whatever, which I think my first Blu-ray player, honestly, was the Xbox One back in 2014. I think that's the case, because oh, no, wait. Yeah, because I have a DVR that records, like, internal storage and, like, video, and it's only exclusive to DVD, not, like, Blu-ray. For playing stuff. And so yeah, 2014. That's actually 11 years ago. That's crazy. Well, of course, Blu-ray players have been around much longer than that, but I never considered getting one, though. It just came with the system. But all those years I never considered getting one. That's interesting. Of course, my first 4K player, surprise, surprise, is the Series X, which is not the greatest player out there. It's actually one of the worst, honestly, because you can't play every kind of 4K movies, and there's this. It's not like it doesn't play everything you want to play correctly, right? Like, the colors are kind of off. It can't pick up like HDR and all these other different ones because it's not either compatible or it's very limited with its capacity to show off the colors and whatever else. So that's as tech is getting much more complex. It's like, and things are just getting cheapened like that. Of course. You're going to find these kind of issues. I mean, especially these 4K markets. This TV can handle like Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, like HDR10 plus. Like, I don't know a lot of this shit, right? I mean, I did kind of look it up over the years, but even the point where it's like, you have to, like on the Xbox, you want to experience digital Atmos at its fullest like extent or something like that, you have to pay a subscription on the system. But keep in mind, it's not for like playing discs, it's only for streaming. Same thing too with like certain like streaming features for like Dolby Atmos and whatever, Dolby Vision. Like, it's only exclusive to streaming too is another thing. So it's not, if you have a Dolby Vision disc, guess what? You're not going to get the full experience of the disc with watching the movie on the system. So what's the difference exactly? I don't fucking know, because I don't have a Dolby Vision device. I've been considering to get one over the years, but the damn things are piss expensive. The one I'm looking at that's kind of a mid-range version, I'm not getting the fucking $800 one. Like, I refuse to pay $800 for a 4K player. That's just fucking silly. But, like, one player is actually worth less than the Xbox Series X by like $100. So, like, I mean, you have to, it's always recommended to get a warranty for those things too, because I guess apparently they have issues with breaking down over time, or in rare occasion, or not rare occasions, or like some occasions they'll be fine. But, so I guess you're probably getting closer to, of course, Xbox prices with that warranty too, on top of the cost of the player. Which, by the way, the player goes on sale like every Amazon day or like holiday. That's it. Like big sale stuff that's worth a damn. Not like $20 off, 20 or $40 off. That's not much, in my opinion. And how's the market doing with 4K movies? Man, like, I don't know. I assume it's like very limited because it's such a niche thing, right? Like 4K movies. Like, I don't know if anybody out there, like in person, you know, people I talk to, you know, things like that. Like, I don't know a single person that has a 4K player but me. I mean, it's a limited one anyways, but like, you know what I mean. No, actually, you know what? I know someone that has just got a PS5, so technically now I do, but like, they don't have any 4K movies still. I'm hoping it's worth the damn with getting a player that makes it stand out more on the TV or something, but then even with that, it's like, you still have to be careful of certain movies. It's another thing. Yeah, that's right. So certain movies, they do a really bad job with restoration. It's another thing. So you have to sift through that. And that's another weird thing, right? So you have 4K movies, and they're compatible based on, like, what kind of machine you got, right? So then it's either, like, they're compatible to it, or you're not going to get the full experience of the disc kind of thing, right? So you had that kind of issue. Then you got to find a player that's compatible with those discs to run it. So, like, you can't have the Xbox Series X and expect to play every kind of 4K movie, right? I know that for a fact. Then on top of that, you have to do research. You have to know too, like what movie is worth the damn or not when it comes to full 4K restoration. I heard like Jaws 3 or something is like really bad, like waxy, like characters, weird distorted faces. Like I Love Lucy, they did like a 4K restoration for the entire show. And they had like a scene of the background characters being like, they're normally blurred out, right? You got the subject in front of you in the foreground, and then you got the subjects in the background. And whoever the heck was working on it, I seen the images and stuff in the video. Whoever the heck was working on it looked like they were using Topaz, like upscaler. Because you can see them clearly. Not only you see the faces like much more clearly than they shouldn't be, but then they also looked fucked up. Like, completely fucked up. Like, that's not their damn faces, right? It looks really off-putting. That's another thing, too. Like, if you're pre-ordering discs, because that's another thing, too. They have pre-orders, right? And sometimes people get pre-orders because they know the movie's going to be popular. And they want to get it before it gets sold out, and then they kind of have to wait a while before you get new ones. Or they got like special ones where it's like, oh yeah, the steel box set or whatever, which I actually have one that is like that, but it wasn't meant, I wasn't getting it for the steel box or whatever it was. Or did I get a steel thing? I didn't mean to get a steel thing, it was just the only thing option at the time. This steel box, or not steel box, it's like a, I don't know what you call it. It's a covering, right? It's a steel covering or whatever it is, metal covering. And then you can even get ones where it's like, oh, you get like an art book and everything. It's like you're pre-ordering games from GameStop again for like $150 like item or something. Cough. Or not cough. What? Okay, let me. Let's go to make a bit here. Halo Reach Legendary Edition. Cough. There we go. Oh, cough. Yeah, I did that. Was it $150? It might have been. That's a lot for like 2010, actually. Now I think about it. 2010. Shit. That's a lot of money then. I have it somewhere. The figurines. Why did I get it? Because like the, well, part of it was like the art stuff or whatever, but mostly it was like the, you get like exclusive characters or whatever. Of course, you know, how the hell would I know there'd be like, you know, Master Chief Collection where you get it automatically? Aha! Because tech was different in 2010, baby. It was 360 days and PS3 days, and if you want wireless internet on the Xbox, you have to install a third-party dongle to connect to the Wi-Fi. Ha ha ha! That's if it works. That's some different times. Oh shit. And now Master Chief Collection is going to be on the PlayStation and Nintendo Switch now. Haha. Surprise. I never would I have imagined these days it's going to happen like that. Question is there a point to have an Xbox now? At this point, probably not, unless you want like an okay streaming device and you're still kind of got an Xbox account that has some games on there that are backwards compatible or something. I guess there could be some use, especially if you. It's an okay console. I won't call it a great thing, but it has some benefits. A lot of drawbacks there, but it has some benefits. And yes, buyer remorse I do have. After the years of things going on with Microsoft. Things getting ported elsewhere. It's like, well, what's even the point? If the new system comes out, I probably won't get it. Let's face it. Like, it's going to be like a hyped up ass PC I'm getting. Oh, I used my bombs. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I mean, you would have to know like what discs or what movies have been rendered properly. So you have to do internet search stuff with like, you know, video reviews, people's feedback, and then like looking at like forums that show like screen grabs of what it looks like and people's feedback if it's good or not. And then it's like, then they do weird stuff with different lighting too sometimes. That could be off or not off, or something of your preference, of course. So there's just like so much factors now than what they used to be. Used to be you just pick up a fucking Blu-ray movie. It's like, oh, look at this, guys. I got a Blu-ray movie. Or DVD. Let's make it simpler, huh? Because Blu-rays, they can change stuff with the colors, with the matinee or whatever, or put features, take away features. A DVD, let's say DVD. Because that was the simpler times where it's like you had less customability except for like menu stuff, I guess. You could add like features on there too, but for simplicity's sake, like you can pick up a DVD and it's like you don't have to worry about it being dog shit quality in most cases. 4K, it's like now you have to like know that there are issues with 4K silliness. Sometimes there is even like 4K versions out there that suck from this one, oh pussy, that sucks from like this one company that does like the restorations, and then you have another company that does a different kind of restoration later in the process or something decides to be changed, and or maybe it's like a secondary company that does it at the same time as this other company, and they do a better job. It's... I don't know, man. 4K is crazy. 8K is going to get even crazier than that, because I feel like... I was even looking at eARC exclusive devices, which is the type of, like, updated audio like port on your TV that you can just plug something in. And there aren't that many devices. Not only there are not that many devices, which makes sense because it's probably not only a fairly new thing, but it's probably a freaking expensive ass thing. Because I looked up like different like sound bars and stuff like that to use it. You got some that are cheap, but then not by much, and then you've one of the desktop speakers. Wow, that's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Those. So I'm just kind of sticking with the these speakers I got, which are like older ones, but they work. They do the job. I know it's not digital Dolby whatever. Fucking, I'm just all confused now. Dolby Atmos, I think that's what it is, right? The sound one. One of the damn. Oh yeah, Dolby Atmos. Because Dolby Atmos is the audio. Dolby whatever the fuck. Dolby Vision is obviously the picture. It's not compatible, I know, with these speakers, but for the audio, but like, what the fuck ever, you know? Like, just, if I want to pay a little extra for that, I'll decide to do that, but not for a while. Orphan sucks. Dobby has been given socks from Master. Dobby's free. I didn't give any socks. Yes, you did, Malfoy's dad. It's Lucius. Yeah, anyways, 4K. That's, yeah. And I don't even watch like a bunch of 4K movies, really. Like, I have some, but like, I haven't really sit down to watch them much. Crazy, right? Okay, we're almost done here. Our score's not going to be the greatest since we missed Boss Rush and Hush and myriad of things, but we're going to get a streak of 11 on our daily. Pussy tail. I'll take that. Another damage up and speed. Oh boy. We wasn't even close to death really in this run except for the first floor, but that was taken care of so quickly. This whole setup helped a lot too. Of course, we kept finding soul hearts droppage everywhere too, so it's like, even if we didn't have this setup, we'd still be fine. A nice cool 11 streak, which is like higher than I think I've ever had for like a streak of anything for like Isaac. I don't recall the last time I had a streak longer than 10. I might have, but that's probably been months or years ago. All right, wow, we sucked those up. Doesn't matter too much, we just won. We just beat this. 1,393rd place. I am not surprised the slightest. I'll take that victory. And then just show up. Careful there. On that 11 streak. Yes, it does. Cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.